Respected viewers, dear family of dreamers, I want you to pause for a moment and feel the weight of what I'm about to say. The middle class as we know it is standing at the edge of a cliff in 2026, and many may not realize the fall is already beginning. The world you thought was stable, the life you've carefully built, it is quietly shifting beneath your feet. Imagine this, a small family, working 2 jobs, saving every penny, believing that careful budgeting and the occasional investment would secure their future. But the truth is, inflation, rising debts, automation, and economic shifts are quietly eroding the foundation that middle-class families rely upon. And if you wait, if you hesitate, what you've spent decades building may vanish before you even see it. I want to take you on a journey that starts with awareness, because without awareness, strategy, discipline, and action are meaningless. You see, destiny doesn't wait, it doesn't negotiate, it rewards those who see the coming storm and prepare, not the ones who hope it will pass. I remember a story of a young man. He had a modest job, a small savings account. One day he overheard investors talking about opportunities that seemed risky. He felt fear of losing what little he had. But he also felt curiosity, and instead of retreating, he studied, he learned, he invested slowly, wisely, consistently. Over 10 years, that modest courage turned into freedom, choice, and peace. This is the first truth I want you to carry with you. Wealth is not luck. It is the patient application of wisdom, applied consistently over time. Every small action compounds. Every small decision matters. If you are still waiting for someone to save you, to hand you security, understand this. The world has changed, and it will not pause for your hesitation. Many people believe that simply earning more or working harder will protect them. But that is an illusion. I've seen hard-working, diligent people crushed by rising costs, poor planning, and unseen economic shifts. The middle class is not disappearing because of laziness. It's disappearing because the rules of the game have changed. And to survive, to thrive, you must change faster than the world changes around you. Ask yourself, are you prepared to let your financial life be dictated by chance? Or will you take control now, before it's too late? Because waiting is the silent killer. It feels safe, it feels rational, but it is slowly erasing your future. Investing is not about following the crowd. It's about seeing the invisible threads of opportunity and risk that most ignore. It's about understanding that patience, discipline, and emotional control are more valuable than any stock tip, any real estate deal, any instant reward. And here, in the quiet moments of reflection, ask yourself, am I building for today, or am I building for tomorrow? A tomorrow that may arrive faster than I think. Because 2026 is not just another year, it is a crossroads. And your choices now will determine whether you watch your stability crumble, or whether you rise above, free, empowered, and prepared. Beloved listeners, the time to act is now. Small steps, deliberate actions, learning, investing, diversifying, protecting. These are not just financial strategies, they are life strategies. A way to claim freedom in a world where security is fleeting. Let's continue, because the path ahead is both challenging and full of opportunity. Many overlook one simple truth. The middle class is not disappearing because people aren't capable. It is disappearing because they are unprepared for exponential change. Technology, global markets, inflation, shifting industries. These forces move faster than a paycheck can grow, and those who rely only on a fixed salary will feel the squeeze. Think of a small business owner, someone who has built a modest shop over decades, loyal customers, steady income. Suddenly, online platforms and automation change the game. Without adaptation, the business falters. Sometimes it disappears. But those who anticipate change, who pivot, who invest in knowledge and innovation, they survive, and even thrive. This is the lesson. Survival requires foresight, not comfort. I've seen families struggle because they treated money as a means to consume rather than as a tool to create freedom. Every unnecessary expense, every delayed investment, slowly erodes the foundation of your future. And yet, it is never too late. It is never too late to start thinking differently, to act with purpose, to plant seeds that will grow into security and abundance. Here's another story. A teacher with a modest income. She started learning about investing late. She felt fear, doubt, even shame. But she committed a small amount each month, studying markets, understanding value, avoiding hasty decisions. 10 years later, she had transformed her modest savings into a source of freedom she never imagined, all because she chose action, not hesitation. The second truth I want you to carry: your mindset is your most powerful asset. The world will challenge you. It will test patience, courage, and wisdom. But if you cultivate a mindset of long-term vision, of steady learning, of resilience, no storm can destroy you. Do not confuse this with reckless risk. The world is full of illusions, get-rich-quick schemes, and empty promises. True financial growth comes from careful observation, informed decisions, and emotional discipline. The middle class may be shrinking, but those who learn to think like investors, like creators, like guardians of their own destiny, they will rise above the crowd. And now, ask yourself quietly, are you living with awareness, or are you sleepwalking toward 2026, waiting for the world to provide safety, when it is already moving forward, without you? This is not fear. This is clarity, a call to action for those who wish to step off the treadmill of uncertainty and step into a life of choice, of purpose, of financial freedom. Every decision you make today, every small step in learning, investing, and protecting, compounds into the life you will live tomorrow. This is the third truth. Consistency outweighs brilliance. Small, steady actions, repeated over time, create results that surprise even the most cautious mind. The middle class may be challenged, but opportunity is everywhere. In knowledge, in relationships, in investments, in the courage to act before fear paralyzes you. And now, let's move deeper into the heart of what this moment demands from you. Many people look at wealth and see only numbers, bank accounts, stocks, property. But true financial strength is not a number. It is freedom, the ability to make choices, the ability to live on your own terms. The middle class is disappearing not because people cannot earn, but because they confuse activity with progress. They confuse busyness with building. I want you to reflect on this. The world rewards those who plan with foresight, who understand the unseen currents of economy, technology, and society. Those who do not often find themselves trapped by debt, by rising costs, by circumstances they thought were unchangeable. Think of a factory worker. Every day he gives his hours, his effort, his energy, believing that time equals security. But automation and global competition slowly shrink his world. Without foresight, without financial literacy, the security he counted on erodes quietly, almost invisibly. But here is the powerful truth. You have time. You have choices. Even now, you can educate yourself, invest wisely, diversify, protect, and create multiple streams of income that do not rely on a single paycheck. Let me tell you another story. A young couple, burdened with student loans and rising expenses, they began reading, learning, experimenting with small investments. They faced fear and doubt. They failed sometimes, yet they persisted. Each small success compounded. Each lesson learned built confidence. Within a decade, they had created a financial safety net that allowed them to live freely, choose work they loved, and think about giving back to others, all because they acted before it was too late. This is the final truth I want to leave you with in this part. Action, deliberate, informed, patient action, is the bridge between uncertainty and freedom. Without action, awareness is just anxiety. Knowledge is just noise. Beloved listeners, 2026 is not just a number on the calendar. It is a turning point, a moment of clarity, a moment where those who are prepared will rise, and those who hesitate will watch opportunities slip through their fingers. So ask yourself quietly, will you wait, or will you begin, today, with small wise steps that grow into security, freedom, and peace? You are capable, you are resilient. You can navigate these changes, but only if you choose to move, only if you choose to act. Respected viewers, dear family of dreamers, let us bring this journey together. The story of 2026, the disappearance of the middle class as we know it, is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to awaken you. To awaken the part of you that knows your life can be more than mere survival. That your family, your dreams, your purpose deserve protection, growth, and freedom. The lessons we've explored are simple, yet profound. Awareness, understanding the forces at play, mindset, cultivating patience, resilience, and long-term vision. Action, small, deliberate, consistent steps that build real security. When these three come together, they transform ordinary lives into extraordinary lives. Remember the young man, the teacher, the couple we spoke of. They succeeded not because they were extraordinary. They succeeded because they acted, because they learned, because they refused to be passive in a world that rewards foresight. The middle class may be challenged, but opportunity is endless. The key is not to cling to old securities, but to embrace knowledge, courage, and deliberate action. To invest not just in money but in yourself, your skills, your understanding, your freedom. So today, take a breath, feel the weight of your potential, and make a choice. A choice to step off the path of waiting. A choice to act, to learn, to protect and grow your future. The peace, freedom, and abundance you seek are not found in luck. They are found in wisdom, in patience, and in action. And as you move forward, remember this: the world may change, economies may shift, and challenges may rise. But your inner strength, your vision, your disciplined action, these are unshakable. They will carry you to a life of true freedom, a life where you are no longer defined by circumstance but by choice, by courage, and by the abundance you create. Step forward, now, with clarity, with purpose, and with peace, and the life you imagine will be waiting for you.